Why are you calling me Lucy? Y'all, it is the next day. Guess who just Lucy?
How many times
He just realized that the wall is painted, and the only reason he realized it is because I'm actually sitting here editing this video, because I told you guys I'm trying to get it uploaded for you guys today on September 1st. Why you call me Lucy?
You always doing something.
You mad?
How you even get up there?
It's called a ladder, sir.
Oh, for the love of Moses, what in the world?
Did I do a good job?
Right, man, I'm upset too.
Did I do a good job? Jackson, you laughing? Maybe y'all, let me let y'all see a little bitty baby. Little son. Uh-oh. No, knock something over. You laughing. Don't be helping your papa, okay?
Did you know about this? You knew about this? Why you ain't tell me? I don't understand. What you mean you did this yesterday?
Baby,
I said yesterday.
Baby,
this
that
wasn't done yesterday.
Sir, that was done when you came in from work yesterday. Yes, it was. I actually had the camera going and you walked right past. And I told the family, I said, let's see if he realized that it's painted. And you did not.
Why?
Why not, babe? Cause I'm decorating. Tell him, Jackson. Tell him, Jackson. Did I do
What
good?
did you use anyway to do this?
What, baby? That's the same paint that's in the little in the dining room.
Now, what brush did you use? Oh,
I used my Worcester. My Worcester. Hey, my Worcester. My Worcester.
You need to get her out the house.
My Worcester. You mad? Okay, you guys, so the Havertys delivery drivers just left, and this is what we decided on. We started off with 5 pieces, 5 pieces, and then we'll just kind of go from here and build on it, because what I've already realized is with some of the black accents that I want to do, there are a couple of more things that I think I will need to complete my entire look. But anywho, this is what we ended up with. This is what we did. We did the sofa, the 2 end tables. We did this rug. These are the 2 little pillows off the sofa. And then we did this side chair. And you guys, I have always loved a paisley print. To me, it is just so classic, and I love it. I love it, okay? And in this day and time, my husband and myself, my dude number 1, with our age, we are all about it being comfortable, cozy, the functionality of it. So that's why I chose what I chose, okay? One of the things, or several things that I really love about what I chose was, first and foremost, it's comfortable. It has a firmness to it, but it's also comfortable. And then it reclines. So both ends recline, and I'll demonstrate that in just a few minutes, because not only does it recline, it also, the headrest will also come up so you won't have to use a pillow, okay? And then the end tables, I noticed when I began, first of all, they are solid wood. And when I tried to pull on the drawer, I noticed in the store that I had to put a little bit of effort behind it. So the drawers are also childproof. So that's what I love about it as well, especially with our grandbaby. He can't just, you know, like I say, you have to kind of pull a little bit to get it open. Okay? So not only that, the back side of the end tables also have, they both have USB ports. And y'all already know, folk always needing to charge their phones. So this one has a USB port as well. In addition, like I said, to the two that are on each end of sofas. So the two buttons are to recline, and then also, don't go anywhere, babe, also the USB ports as well, okay? And the side chair also has that same feature where it reclines and also has the USB port. Oh, and also with the tables, what I also like, y'all look, he has arrived. He's back. This table here is larger than the one on the other end. It just has a single drawer and then the space under it that's open. And I liked it because we really needed this smaller one on this end, because otherwise I just think it would have stuck out, you know, too far. I like plenty of space to be able to walk in between, so it didn't need to be sticking out too far. And then also, we have to totally do everything around this piano, so we could really only accommodate the sofa and then the side chair here in here. Otherwise, it just would have been too much. Now, on to the rug. You guys, it was very important to me that the rug was really not in competition with the chair, or that they both flowed together. So when I was in the store and pulled the, got one of the pillows off of the sofa, because these two pillows go on the sofa. So we pulled one of the pillows off the sofa and I took it back there to the rug area to compare. And when I saw this rug, the first thing I said was, oh my goodness, it matches perfectly. And that's the issue, if you will, is that it matches perfectly. And I do want, I know when my dude number one saw it, what did you think? The rug.
I was happy because we got furniture in the living room now.
You crazy.
We have furniture in the living room. And one thing about Donna, when she starts to decorating, this process can take a year or two. And I just wanted some furniture in the living room.
But that's because I don't rush, and I just don't settle for anything just to feel the room or get something in the room.
And I agree with that. She don't rush.
I don't. I wait and get what I want. If it's something that I feel like we can't afford right now, I'll wait until I can get what I want.
And I'm just saying, the wait is over to get some furniture in the living room. But for me, seeing the print, seeing everything as she put it, seeing the print on the sofa and the chair.
Oh, okay.
To seeing that makes me wonder, okay, what is she going to go with right now? Because as I'm looking around, there are things like, if you notice, with the couch, you can't have a jerry curl. Okay, well, listen.
Sir, we have a protection plan on
Okay,
the
so
sofa.
and that's the point I'm making. I was just looking at the couch, and if you have maybe texture in your hair, or some kind of chemical in your hair that could be, and so to see the color of the furniture what definitely tells me that she have some kind of extended plan
Yes,
to
we
make sure.
got the full extended plan, the full extended warranty that covers all of the furniture, that covers the electrical and the sofas, because again, it's an investment. Now, the plan will cover it if anything happens, even on the rug, if there's a spill on the rug. Anyway, but speaking of the rug, back to the rug, with it being a perfect
It
match.
it is a perfect match. But as she said, everything in the living room is centered around the piano, and so the only way I wouldn't say perfect match, because for me, I'm saying for me, with the rug, if it just had a little black.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. I hadn't gotten to that point yet. As it stands, the rug matches because there's no black in the furniture.
Right.
So the rug matches perfectly. That's what I meant.
Okay.
That's why I had the pillows. I showed them the pillows in the floor so they could see how the rug matches it perfectly, because that's the print of the chair.
Okay.
So that's why I threw the pillows in the floor so they could see the two. And we both agree the rug needs some black. But there's an issue with there's some damage on the end of the rug, and it's kind of frayed in an area. So we have to go back to Havertys tomorrow because I had 3 days. I know, and I was a little skeptical about the rug. And she said, you have 3 days. If there's anything that you don't like and you want to exchange or swap it out, change your mind, you have 3 days. So we were definitely in there the next day. Took pictures of the rug to show her the damage, and she agreed. Oh my goodness, this looks awful. And as a matter of fact, when we ordered bought the furniture, the rug was supposed to be on back order for about a month. So when they came to the door and told me that they had a rug, I was very surprised. So when they left, I immediately called her. She was surprised as well that we had the rug. So I told her we were coming tomorrow. So what we're going to do is talk to her about the rug. I'm sure there will not be an issue getting an exchange. And we're also going to take the time just to look at the other rugs again to see if there's something that has some black in it that we want to swap it out for. If not, we've already talked about doing our own thing to accomplish some black in this rug. Okay? So, but other than that,
and doing our own thing would consist of.
I decided to bleep that, to cut that part out, because you guys are going to have to wait and see exactly what we're going to do to get it exactly how we want it. So they'll have to wait and see what we're going to do about that part. Yeah, we had originally said in this video what we're going to do, but I cut that part out.
Oh, okay.
So they won't know what we're going to do, and then they'll see later what we're going to do to accomplish what we want to accomplish. But you guys, when I tell you I love it. And another thing about the comfort, it's very comfortable. And my even choosing reclining, because most of the time he's in the room looking at TV. He really doesn't use the theater room. But I'm hoping that this would kind of lure him in here sometimes with me to look at a movie, because we can recline. And also, and I'm going to show you guys that in just a minute. And also, when we go tomorrow, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do as it pertained to a table, a coffee table, because our coffee table we had, I got rid of it well over a year ago.
She got rid of everything, people.
Well over a year ago. So we're going to look tomorrow to see if there's a couple more things that we want to add to complete our look in here. But let me show you how the sofas work. So the front button will push and it brings up the feet, and then the back will start to go back. But as the back of it reclines, you know, a lot of times you have to grab a pillow to put behind your head because you're reclined so far and you're trying to watch TV. So then the other button is for the headrest, where it will lift up and it supports your shoulders and your head, so there's no need for a pillow. So I'm hoping just this function in and of itself will get my dude number one to hang out in the living room just a little bit more with me.
It's almost like a bed.
So that's that. So now, I can say so far I am loving it. I'll be glad when I get to that point that I can sit in here and enjoy it. So now on to the decorating. And one thing about me decorating is that I love to decorate, but I'm not a planner in my decorating. And by that I mean, you know how some people, they have everything mapped out. They know they want this here, this there. That's not how I decorate. I decorate as I go. So now that I've started this process, at least the major part is done in the furniture. But then, first of all, I'm going to shop my home to see if there's things that I can use from other areas. Because oftentimes when you move something from an area in your home to a different area, to me, it makes it feel new again. So I'm going to start there by shopping our home to see if there's some things that I can just use in here and move around. I do have to get lamps. I did look while we were in the furniture store. I didn't see any lamps that really spoke to me, if you will. And so I have to keep looking for some lamps, and when I see the perfect ones, I'll know. It was very important for me to be able to put both tables on the end, because when I get my lamps, I wanted them to be both on the end of the sofa, because I know this is the chair. This is where we will sit most of the time. So I wanted each of us to be able to have a lamp. We'll consider some type of coffee table now, so we need to figure that part out. And like I say, once we go to Havertys, we'll look, because they actually had a table that matches the end tables. And sometimes I want to do matchy, and sometimes I don't. But again, with the functionality and comfort, I think I do want to take a peep at that table. And because this room is connected right here with the kitchen area, the little kitchenette area where we sit and do our Saturday morning videos, it's important that they totally flow. Okay, so these two areas have to flow. So now
that's for me though. I think the most interesting part to me is seeing what she comes up with. Like you said, it's not a planner thing, a thing that I know I'm going to go this way, I know I'm going to go that way. It's pretty much the way she feels for the moment, but it always pulled together, and it's something very nice. So for me, I just look at the furniture, and I try to have an idea of which way it's going, but I can't, because this furniture is pretty much neutral. So by it being neutral, I have no idea what she's going to go with, or how she's going to, which way she's going to go. So it's for me, it's just interesting, because everything, all of the accessories comes with it when she starts planning the thing, guys. When she starts doing the thing, you can't have the lamps. Then you got to get a table. You can't have a table unless you have this. And then you have to get this. Then you have to get curtains. And you have to get this. And everything keeps going until it feels like, well, you know, guys, when you see a complete room, or it just looks bland. Just, I don't know. There's a difference from a home look and a look in a, if you go to like some hotels, or if you will, Airbnb. They try to keep it neutral, not that much to it, as opposed to a home. You can tell that it's a person's personal touch is put to that. So I guess that's what I'm trying to get to.
And speaking of home, you guys, with the accent wall that I did, I had pulled out some pictures, some of our family pictures. I wanted to use the ones from the entryway that I showed you guys. But when I moved them around here and I looked, I did not like the look. And I'm sure it's because this is a lot of wall. So I would need to do a whole lot on that wall to accomplish, so the wall wouldn't look skimpy, like I needed more. And I just think that would have been too busy behind me. I just didn't want it that busy, so I ended up putting our family pictures back on the wall where they were, because I had mentioned something about using, a lot of people don't use family photos, but I love family photos, and I thought it would work. I had even purchased some extra frames to do some other photos, and had laid them out on the floor to get my pattern, but I just didn't like it. So Still have to figure out what I'm gonna put on this wall as it pertains to decor. So you guys, this is the fun part of me ripping and running, trying to figure out what I'm doing next, because I wanted a totally different feel in this space. And it's funny that you mentioned neutral. I wanted neutral because one thing about neutral, I can always change drapes, I can change accessories, I can change pillows and give it a totally different pop of color. So that's why I wanted to go neutral. So we have the neutrals, we have the grays, the creams, the golds, the blacks.
And it seems like a lot of colors until you see it, and it just looks.
But they're neutral.
Right, I'm going to say all of them are neutral colors. So when you see it, you're like, there's really no color there.
Yeah, and like I said, at the end of the day, I don't know. I guess my style is a little all over the place. It's going to be a little bit of classic with a little bit of modern, contemporary, with a little bit of traditional, with a little bit of bling. I mean, it's just going to be all over the place. But like I said, as long as I like it and my husband, he likes it, then we're good. My style may not be your style. You know, you may not like it, but as long as we love it, then I think that's all that matters. And you guys need to remember that too. Whenever you're decorating or, you know, decorating or even styling your clothes, if you love it, then be okay with the fact that you love it, and if someone else does it, it's okay. They're not wearing it, or they don't live here.
And one thing I can say is one thing about your personality is your personality.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you stick out or makes you who you are. Don't try to be someone else besides yourself, because if you try to be someone else besides yourself, then you're not you anymore.
Yeah.
And you are unique. You are unique in your own way. So no, you may not like it, you may just don't do anything for me. That is nice, you know. So either way around.
And always know when we share, sometimes I am very hesitant about sharing this type of stuff or doing hauls, because again, I never want anybody to feel like, you know, we're trying to brag or we're trying to show off, because that is no way in any shape, form, or fashion what we're trying to do. I know that I've learned a lot from other YouTubers, so I share in hopes that I can give you some ideas. Hopefully you'll take something away that maybe you want to incorporate in your own home, or either when I share hauls and let you know where I get certain things. I know I've seen some YouTubers and I've watched a video and it's something that I needed or something I wanted or liked, and because they've shared, I've been able to go out to that same place and grab, you know, some things that I like because of a sale that was going on. So that's the only reason, that's one of the reasons that we share. So I hope that you all receive it in the spirit in which we share it, and don't ever feel like we're trying to brag about anything, because that's not another reason too why I've not shared any prices or anything. I just don't want anybody to get the wrong impression and feel that way. So again, I hope there's something that we've shared that will give you some ideas, you know, to incorporate in your own home. Because like I said, I'm thankful for a lot of YouTubers. Y'all know my go-to long time ago when my #1 girl was at home with Nikki. That's why we shoe free home, because of Nikki. And I just learned so much from her. So, and then I get messages all the time from you guys about things that you've learned from me, and that's the end goal, is that I want to share and inspire, you know, you guys to, you know, I guess just try certain things or do certain things, or just make your home just be as wonderful as it can be. Your home and your meals, speaking of which, I bet they say, Miss Donna, I wish you'd get on back in that kitchen. Yeah, I'm getting there. Okay.
Again, there's a lot of things. Because actually what we're trying to do, we're opening up more, being more transparent. That you guys can see more of our life, more of what we're like. There's certain things that we're just not going to show you. And certain things we're just not going to tell you. One thing we would never get into the business of is embarrassing anyone. And you don't know what people feel. They may not want to. That's why we never tell you. We're never going to tell you what we do. We just do it.
And some things I've shared.
What I'm saying, just blatantly putting the thing. Well, let's put it this way. Let me rephrase it. We never tell you everything we do.
Because some things I do share, if I have a link, sometimes I will share a link with
Right.
them. Like especially when I was doing Stephen's first college haul, I shared links. I'm just not good about keeping up with that kind of stuff. That's why a lot of times I don't have links and be like, let me go find it. And then a lot of times too, because I don't have Amazon Prime, whenever I do Amazon orders, I use our daughter's account because she has Prime, so she has all the links. So that's why a lot of times I don't do links, but anywho, so that's not to say I won't share some things and some prices, because I will. But that's just why I don't share, I guess, a whole lot of that. Because, anyway.
Yeah. And so that's what we do, guys. We respecter of people's privacy. And so that's just the things that we're doing as we're going along. We'll show you a few more things, but it's just us. And remember, please remember, you're not always going to like our flow or our style with certain things. And we're okay with that. Like any family, sometimes we just agree to disagree. We're not going to argue about it. You know, you may wear your hat to this side, one may wear their hat backwards, one may wear their hat down, and one just may not wear a hat at all. But you know, we just agree to disagree. Let yours be yours.
And I love, and I think a lot of women do, I love looking at YouTube videos where people are decorating and doing hauls where they're showing what they're going to use, because I like seeing hauls where you're showing me everything that you're going to use to decorate this room. And because sometimes, you know, you can look at something and be like, how in the world are they going to use that? But just when you see the end result, you'll be, wow. I love looking at videos like that. So that's why I share this kind of stuff with you guys too, because I know even if, you know, all of you don't, I don't expect all of you to, but I'm sure a lot of you like looking at those kinds of videos too. So what I'll do as I get things together, I guess, to decorate, I'm trying to decide if I'm just going to do a video which is showing you everything that I'm going to use, and then do another video where I put it all together. Well, I don't know. We'll figure that part out. But anyway, so we have furniture.
Yay! We got furniture.
We've just been going on and on and on, I guess, because we're just enjoying sitting here talking to you guys.
But let me also say this. Many times you may not see me sitting here with Donna because I'm busy going on, but I'm going to tell you something, and this is a true story here. I may get up 2 or 3 in the morning. 2 or 3 in the morning. And don't want to bother Donna, and quietly slip out of bed. And sometimes I will come in the living room, no TV, no lights, nothing on, and just sit here and just think. The quiet of the night, just think. So it is used, and I have to say that when I saw the furniture here, it did give me a sense of comfort, since that's something I would do frequently. And so when I came in, there were I used to see Donna have this little she come in this little green, I don't know if it was a bench or something you could store in, and that's what she would be sitting on with a little table.
You mean after I moved all the
yeah, when you moved the furniture out?
Looked like I was sitting in a timeout corner.
Yeah, timeout corner. She had the little table that you could open
and
up.
it was actually, I had to sit up against this wall.
Yeah, sit against
I was going to say, that's the table, but no, we
yeah, against the wall. She had a little table, and she was you doing stuff.
Sir, I don't type like
but
this.
she was, but the point,
you type like
okay,
this, sir. I can
but
type.
the point, she was sitting there. She was like this, sitting with a little table, the small
I
table,
missed that
and trying to put stuff. And so my thing is, honestly, I prompt her along because she can really stretch it out, and then she can have her mind ready for a thing, and then she'll be like, okay, I'll get to it. And then this comes up and that come up before you know it. That thought, she done lost that thought and want to go this way. So can we just get some?
Now that is definitely a true story, because had he not been saying, babe, can we get some furniture in here this year, we wouldn't be sitting on this today, because I just would have took my time. And
I was more so, I was like, before you give anything away, I want to see what we have coming in. It has to be, guys. I'm pretty much, sometimes you need prompting along, because you can, but I want to see before we move on. Well, I didn't get to see, but it was a pretty good, I came in and it was just empty. And she then went in to steam clean the carpet, and she, you know, and I'm sitting here looking like,
the carpet been clean for months.
For months, and ain't nothing set on the carpet.
But you know what, guys? I'm on a mission now because the holidays are coming. So it's September. The holidays are coming. So I've got a couple of more projects that I need to do that I will be sharing. I know one in particular that I'll be sharing with you guys. And it's funny because sometimes I'll buy stuff. Like I want to redo my bathroom downstairs, and I've already purchased some stuff. That stuff been sitting there for about 2 months. That stuff been sitting. But I'm gonna get to it.
So one more thing I want to more so implement is I stay at. Okay, we're not gonna start anything new until what. Let's start nothing new until you get this right here done. And so if not, and so my thing will be, I would just nag her along. Have you get this? Have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? And so if you want to, would you please? Okay, if you want my mouth shut, then
baby,
do it.
it's because I wear so many hats and I'm doing so.
And so many times we try to take some of them hats
so
off.
much as it pertains to the functioning of our home, right?
Right. And it's true. There's a lot of hats you wear. I'm not just trying to narrow it down.
I do so much. I even try to do better getting our videos out like in a timely manner, because it's like, ooh, I just have so much that's on my plate and so much that I'm doing that it can be challenging and it can be overwhelming, but that's something I'm trying to work on, because even this one, I wanted this one out, before today, and I just didn't get it out, but But
I try to stay on the guy. She does not do well with chaos. She really does not do well in chaos.
And right now I feel like our home is kind of chaotic because I'm trying to get these things done.
And so she does not do well in chaos. But me, I thrive in it because I've grown up around a lot of it. So I compartmentalize. My thing is, I tell her, well, let's just, okay. It's the old adage, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So what I tell her, I say, okay, let's just stay with this one right here. Let's just go ahead and let's stay with this. Okay,
and
we got that.
That helps me so much. When I tell y'all that helps me, because once I feel like things are chaotic and I just shut down. I be like, I can't do it. So he definitely balances me, and that's because in my planning, oftentimes I want things to go according to plan. Y'all know that ain't life. Stuff is very seldom going to go exactly according to your plan, and then depending how far left that plan goes, sometimes I just fall apart. So he is definitely.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm just trying to take in an area at a time. Let's get that area done. Now, once that area is done, we don't have to worry about that no more. And now to the next area, and then you'll be able to see that, wow, that's done. But just due to the fact that it's just Donna and I, that's not much. I mean, you would think it's not much that needs to be done. So it's not like it's a messy house.
When I'm working on an area, it's like I tear up the whole house. I tear up the whole house like to get one area done. So stuff is just crazy. And then, with me purging in the process, I've got a big Goodwill box sitting around and another Goodwill box sitting around. And I try not to put that in the garage because it's at the door where I can just keep adding stuff to it. And I just don't do well in chaos. But I have a couple of months now, September, October, because by the end of October, all this needs to be done. This needs to be done, so I have a couple of months. Did you, y'all, we just talking to y'all. We done got comfortable on our sofa and we just talking. Back to the wall, because you guys, he really didn't, back to the wall. Are you kind of seeing the vision a little bit now?
Oh, yeah, I can see it. I mean, just again, that gray is a neutral color.
But when you first started, you talking about Lucy.
Yeah, my thing was, because I had no idea, and you guys see, my mind sometimes.
They was here with me. We did it together.
Well,
we did it together.
Well, y'all also saw together when I figured it out. What was it? A day later? I had no. Who would ever thought of it? So I come in. I come through the door.
What you mean? That's normal. An accent wall.
Okay, but I'm saying, who would have ever thought? I'm saying for you to paint an accent wall. I came in and walked around the thing to go, go into the room, get myself, get a shower and stuff, get myself together, get comfortable. Then I come through the house. I hadn't paid attention. And again, there was no furniture. Yeah, there was no furniture in here. So I'm not even thinking about the living room. I didn't think about the living room when the furniture in here. So I wasn't thinking about the living room when there was no furniture here. So I just walked right past it. Didn't even think 2 minutes about it. That's just me, guys. My mind you think her head be at 100 places at one time. There's a lot of things that I'm thinking about at one time. And when it hit me, I'm like a wall. I'm like a wall.
And then with the paint, like you couldn't smell the paint. They don't make paint like they used to. Paint used to be loud and you could smell it. He couldn't smell it, so he didn't know.
When did I figure it out? What is like a?
I was sitting there because there was no furniture over here. I was sitting at the kitchen table editing that video because I was trying to get it out that day, which was Thursday. And you happened to walk behind me, and you saw me painting. and you looked at the screen, and then you looked over here at this wall, and you was like, what? You say Lucy.
So it's just going on for that. But again, just seeing it after it came down from the shock of it, and I think I was more so concerned of the ceiling, no one being here, and you're always thinking, what if something had happened and I was not here? But
Yeah, because that's kind of high, ain't it? Babe?
Yeah, that's high.
Let me see.
Yeah,
Look,
it goes up.
sitting here, and I was way.
Yeah, so you're looking at, that's at 20. That
Our ceilings are what, 22?
22. So, at that, up there, and nobody, it's just the thought, you always, things happen, but nevertheless.
And I told he know that, but I be outside on the ladder.
Yeah, outside of Lucy being everything
like,
it is
lady,
to
would
be
you
into.
please get in the house and
And
get
so,
out that ladder?
and so that's just that there, guys. And so to be able to see it, to come in and see it, it was shocking. That I used to like to be. I don't mind her doing things because she does. She really enjoys. But I would like to be somewhere close to her, just in case. Just in case.
And I don't wait on him. If it's something that I can do, I don't wait on him to do it. I just get it done. You should have seen the men in here, Lord, because they weren't supposed to be touching the piano. And I said, well, I lift it up, but you got to get the rug up under there. The man was like, listen, he wanted me to move because they didn't want me to hurt myself. So back to the rug. Y'all, we just been talking to y'all. So they're gonna have to, once I, go talk to our salesperson, they're gonna have to schedule a time to come and pick this rug up, and they'll wait until the new one comes in. I'm sure. I'm sure.
I hope so.
That would make sense.
That would make sense to come and give us our rug back,
Yeah.
and then you leave.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna get me for the inconvenience of you taking my rug? How about that?
So you guys, I guess, stay tuned for the living room chronicles.
I'd love to say, but I'm already anticipating the finished product.
I know.
Really, the finished product, because it does seem kind of.
This is exciting.
Yeah, it looks. To me, it just it looks. It doesn't look like permanent. I guess that's what I'm looking for. Because when when there's not a lot of accessories and stuff around, when again, the difference between someone's home and
like you say, visiting a place.
Yeah, visiting a place.
But honey, that's what I'm trying to get away from. Yeah, I don't want a whole bunch of whatnot sitting around and just stuff that you have to move and.
I ain't talking about grandma type.
I mean, but when I say whatnots, I know you thinking grandma. But when I say whatnots, I have accessories. I want a few, but I don't want a whole bunch of stuff that I have to move. It's gonna take you 15 minutes to get everything moved before you can even start cleaning stuff. Because it makes me feel so much better when there's not stuff just everywhere. I oftentimes say less is more. And I think this is my opinion. I think sometimes that, I can do too much, and then your space is cluttered. Really? Honey, I am purging and getting rid of stuff, and it does my heart good when he come home and there's a box. I'd be like, baby, put this in your truck so you can drop it off at the Goodwill tomorrow. Get rid of it. So that's what we're doing. Okay, you guys, so stay tuned. Let's get to Havertys tomorrow and get the rest of this figured out, and then I guess they'll see what else we're gonna do, honey. But before that happens, before y'all see some more of this, it's gonna be some cake coming up. It's gonna be some cake coming up.
Get a cake.
It's gonna be some cake coming up before y'all see some more living room stuff, okay?
And we'll be coming up in the holidays, guys, and it's gonna be a lot of cake and food and stuff like that. Cake and food and things of that sort. So we're also just getting geared up for family, cake, food, and family.
All right, you guys. So thank y'all for talking to us. All we needed was some breakfast to be sitting here talking to y'all. All right. Okay, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again.
Next time, hit the nosy.